Good afternoon, Liberty High School, and welcome back to KLHS. Today is Friday, January 6th. I'm Charlie Marshall, and starting today, we are switching up some of our shows, with today's show being a little bit more sports-focused.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cadence Breyer, and we are very excited to get this rolling.
Now, we will have a lot of the same aspects, including top story and exclusive interviews, yet everything will be sports-related.
We are so excited to cover our school, city, and even national sports. With that, make sure you sit back and relax, because this is KLHS.
To kick things off for today's show, we're going to head over to Blair Bay Miller with a story about Bills corner Damar Hamlin, who on Monday, while making a tackle against Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins, took a hit to the chest and went into cardiac arrest. Blair has more on that story right now.
Happy Friday, Jays, and welcome back. Let's hop right into our top story for today. As I'm sure most of you know, safety Damar Hamlin collapsed during the first quarter of the Bills game at Cincinnati on Monday, a contest that was postponed and then canceled by the NFL on Thursday night. The 24-year-old suffered from cardiac arrest and was resuscitated and intubated on the field before being transported to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. I'm sure all of you will be happy to hear that news yesterday revealed Hamlin is awake and moving his hands and feet. He is still on a ventilator and is currently communicating through nodding yes and no and writing. The chief medical officer for the NFL, Dr. Alan Sills, spoke Wednesday at a press conference stating that they will investigate what could have led to Hamlin's on-field collapse. Now that we know exactly what happened, let's head over to an interview with athletic trainer Miss Hannah for more insight.
My initial emotions were that I was really shocked of what was happening. I was expecting to watch a really big football game, and it turned into something completely different. And so I was interested to see how national television would handle the entire situation. I think it's extremely important to have an athletic trainer at every level, especially high school. There's a lot of sporting activities that are happening all the time, and we need to have someone there who is prepared and knows how to handle every situation, and that's what an athletic trainer is there to do, whether it's taping an ankle or something much more serious. We're usually prepared to handle any situation. There's multiple AEDs all throughout the school. I also have 4 mobile AEDs that we carry with us to every single sporting event, so they are literally attached to our hip. So we are prepared to use it if we ever have to. From experience, I know that a lot of smaller schools who can't provide an athletic trainer usually have a doctor's office that they work close with, and sometimes that doctor's office will send physicians or nurses out to sporting events so that they do have someone there. And if they don't have something like that, then I hope that there are parents or grandparents or people in the stands who are nurses, doctors, MAs, anything that would have the ability, EMTs, that have that ability to be prepared for those situations.
Thank you, Blair and Iam. In case you're wondering, the NFL did officially make the decision to cancel the Monday night game for good. And it's really great to hear some good news about Damar Hamlin as we continue to pray for him and his family. Now, in terms of how the local teams are doing, our Chiefs are currently 13-3, coming off a win versus the Broncos, and now take on the Las Vegas Raiders tomorrow at 3:30. There is still a lot up in the air for the playoffs as we head into Week 18. The only thing that is certain is the Chiefs need to take care of business on the road tomorrow night in Vegas. Now, in terms of college, both Kansas and Kansas State played Tuesday night. For K-State, it was an upset win over Texas, where they put up 116 points and a 13-point win. For Kansas, it wasn't quite as easy, with the game coming down to the final seconds, but Kansas, thanks to a turnover and a fast break dunk, would capture the 3-point win. Both teams from Kansas are 2-0 in conference play and have 1 loss each. Now for the Tigers, Mizzou last played Wednesday night in a really tough road game versus Arkansas. Missouri, who at one point held a 17-point lead, could not pull off the road upset and would fall to 12-2 on the year. All 3 college teams have looked really good to start the year. Another team that has looked great to start the year, our men's wrestling team. I told you all about their dominance before break, and it did not stop. The Jays did a lot of winning over break. Starting out, they would take first place in the KC Stampede tournament thanks to 3 first-place finishes, these coming from Devin Harrison, Hunter Taylor, and Peyton Westfall. After this, they would then defeat Nixa, Ray Peck, Columbia Hickman, and Carthage. In this 4-game span, Coach Brewer would pick up his 100th coaching win. And then finally, Wednesday night, the Jays would take on the Eagles and make quick work of the rivals up north, winning 54-18. In this win, Hunter Taylor picked up his 100th career match win, something that very few wrestlers have done by their junior year. A lot of winning and big milestones for the men's wrestling team. Cadence, what's been going on the women's side of things?
Well, Charlie, women's sports are going great. Starting off, our women's wrestling program crushed their tournament in Columbia, Missouri over winter break. There were over 600 wrestlers, and the Lady Jays as a team placed 5th in the tournament. We had 3 athletes that placed overall as well. The Breeden sisters being those 3, and Lily Breeden was the overall champion of her weight group, weighing in at 100 pounds. Congratulations, Lily. Moving on to their duel Wednesday night against Liberty North. This ended in a tie, 36-36. This included 3 wins, 3 opens, and 2 losses for the Lady Jays. Highlights include junior Jaden Breeden with her 100th career win as a Blue Jay. Congratulations, Jaden, and we're excited to see your next milestone. The team's next match will be tonight at North Kansas City High School, so good luck, ladies. Moving on to our women's basketball team, played Park Hill last night, and man, it was a close one. The Lady Jays did pull through in the end and beat Park Hill 42-31. This included some great defense and excellent free throws. A few star players from the game include junior Addie Rickliffs with 14 points and senior Olivia Tinoco with 10. Great job, Lady Jays, and their next game will be tonight at Staley at 6:30. The theme is blackout, so make sure to show out. And closing out with women's sports, we are moving off land. Let's dive into our Lady Jays swim team. They recently swam at Blue Springs South over break and won 186 to 122 against South. They also beat Lee Summit North with a score of 196 to 112, and another win against Grain Valley with 186 points under their belt. Their tournament that was scheduled at the University of Missouri swimming pool is rescheduled for a few weeks away, so we'll update you whenever that happens. The Lady Jays are undefeated in their season so far, so congratulations, and we hope you can keep the streak alive. That's all I have for women's sports today. This is Cadence Breyer for KLHS.
It's great to see a lot of success for the women's sports over break. In case you're wondering, our women's basketball team was not the only team to beat Park Hill. On Tuesday night, our men's team would battle a top 10 ranked Trojan team and put together the best performance of the year, hitting 13 three-pointers. 6 of them coming from the Jays' leading scorer, Braden Crott, who not only made 6 threes, the dude only attempted 6 threes, meaning he didn't miss, which is just absolutely crazy. Edric Benagi and Kai Bennett also both chipped in 14. Bennett also led the team with 7 assists and 9 rebounds. Overall, a really sound game. However, tonight the Jays are going to have to play even better if they want to win. This is because Liberty travels to the #1 ranked team in the Metro and honestly, probably the entire state, the Staley Falcons. They're going to need as much help as they can get, so please drive the 15 minutes up to Staley to cheer on both the men's and women's teams. The women start at 6:30 and the men at 8. The theme is nice and easy, blackout. For now, let's head to KLHS's Brooks Babcock, who had the chance to interview Jay center Zach Kaganovich over the Jewel tournament, which took place over break.
Against Green Valley, you led the team in points with 15 and almost led the team in points again against North Kansas City with 12. You've been consistently one of the highest scorers on the team. What does this mean to you?
It means a lot. The reason I'm scoring is my teammates and my coaches setting up great plays, giving me the ball, helping me score. So I couldn't be here without my teammates.
The team went 1 and 2 over the course of the 3-game tournament. As a player, have you seen a lot of improvement and better teamwork over the course of the season so far? And who have you seen step up and become a role leader on your team?
From the beginning of the season against Bentonville, we look like a completely different team now. We've had a few up and downs, like Belton, games we should have been winning, and the person that's helped us get there to the spot we are now is definitely Kai Bennett. Senior helped us with our experience that we don't have, so it just helps.
After the tournament was over, you were one of 5 players out of the whole tournament to be named to the all-tournament team. What does this title mean to you, and what did it take to accomplish it?
It means a lot. I grew up watching this tournament, watching all these Liberty players win this accomplishment, so it just means a lot. And what it took to accomplish it was my teammates and my coaches helping me a lot throughout the way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brooks, Blair, and Iome for your coverage today.
Our show is almost finished, but before we go, can everyone please stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Make sure to follow our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook linked below to keep up with KLHS News.
And tune into our live stream next Friday, January 13th, which will feature both varsity men's and women's basketball games. And don't forget, both men's and women's games tonight, 6:30 and 8 at Staley.
Feel free to leave comments on our Instagram and give us ideas of what you want to see next. Our next show will be Monday, January 9th, so make sure to tune into that as well. For KLHS, I'm Cadence Breyer.
And I'm Charlie Marshall.
Have a fantastic Friday, Jays.